Imagine walking across frozen ground that hasn't changed for tens of thousands of years. The wind is silent. The earth beneath your feet is solid like stone. And then you see it. Not a fossil, not bones, but fur, skin, eyes still visible. An animal that died before human civilization ever existed, lying there as if it collapsed yesterday. When scientists uncovered it, many went quiet. Some stepped back in disbelief. Others felt something deeper. Not excitement, not joy, but fear. Because nature had done something science still struggles to understand. It had stopped time. Tonight, on Science Uncovered, we explore prehistoric creatures found so perfectly preserved that science wasn't just amazed, it was terrified.
Normally, when an animal dies, nature begins its work immediately. Bacteria break down tissue, insects arrive, oxygen destroys cells. Within weeks or months, soft tissue disappears. Within years, only bones remain. And over millions of years, those bones may fossilize. That's what science expects. But in rare places on Earth, death follows different rules. In regions locked in permafrost, ground frozen solid for thousands of years, decay slows and sometimes stops completely. No oxygen, no bacteria, no insects. The result? Animals that didn't fossilize. They were preserved. Muscle, fur, internal organs, and sometimes even the contents of their final meal.
In 2007, deep in the frozen soil of Siberia, scientists made one of the most disturbing discoveries in modern history: a baby woolly mammoth. She was named Lyuba. She had died over 42,000 years ago, but when scientists examined her body, they were stunned. Her skin was intact, her fur was still attached, her trunk and eyelids were perfectly formed. Inside her stomach was her mother's milk. Lyuba hadn't decayed, she hadn't fossilized. She had been frozen in time. Some scientists described the experience as unsettling. Others admitted they felt like they were looking at something that shouldn't exist anymore. For the first time, researchers could study a prehistoric animal as it truly was, not a reconstruction, not a guess. But that raised a terrifying question. If nature can preserve life this perfectly, what else is still hidden beneath the ice? In 2015, something even more disturbing was uncovered. 2 cave lion cubs, estimated to be 12,000 years old. They looked asleep. Their paws were soft, their fur still patterned, their whiskers visible. When scientists examined their bodies, they found muscle tissue that had not fully decomposed. This wasn't just preservation. This was biological time suspension. One researcher later said, "It felt like they could wake up at any moment." That feeling, that line between life and death, is what unsettled scientists the most, because these animals weren't ancient skeletons. They were recognizable, almost familiar. Then came the wolf. In 2016, a prehistoric wolf head was discovered in Siberian permafrost. It was over 40,000 years old, and it still had fur, skin, teeth, brain tissue. But what truly shocked scientists was that its brain was intact. Never before had researchers seen preserved neural tissue from an animal this old. This opened a door science wasn't ready for, because if brain tissue survives, then memories, neural structures, and biological data might survive too. Not consciousness, but information. And that idea scared people. Modern science uses liquid nitrogen, chemical preservatives, advanced cryogenics.
Yet even today, we cannot preserve complex life forms for tens of thousands of years without damage. But nature did it effortlessly. No machines, no technology, no laboratories, just ice, time, and isolation. This forces scientists to confront an uncomfortable truth. We do not fully understand decay. We do not fully understand preservation. And if nature can do this accidentally, could it do more intentionally?
As preservation quality improves, a dangerous question keeps resurfacing. Could these animals be brought back? DNA extracted from mammoths is remarkably intact. So intact that researchers have successfully sequenced genomes, identified gene functions, compared them to modern elephants. Some scientists want to resurrect extinct species. Others are deeply opposed. Why? Because revival isn't just about science, it's about consequences. Ecosystems have changed, climate has changed. The world these creatures lived in is gone. And once something is brought back, it cannot be undone.
Permafrost isn't just preserving animals, it's preserving ancient viruses, bacteria, and pathogens. In 2014, scientists revived a 30,000-year-old virus from Siberian ice. It was still infectious. That discovery terrified epidemiologists because as Earth warms, ice melts, and when it melts, it releases everything it has been holding back.
Ironically, many of these discoveries are happening now because of global warming. As permafrost melts, bodies rise to the surface. More mammoths, more predators, more ancient organisms. But melting ice also means destruction. Once exposed to air, these perfectly preserved animals begin to decay rapidly. Time resumes. What was frozen for 40,000 years can disappear in weeks. We are witnessing history being revealed and erased at the same time.
It wasn't just the animals, it was what they represented. These discoveries remind us that nature controls time, not humans. Extinction is not always final. The past is closer than we think. Scientists weren't afraid of mammoths or lions. They were afraid of what this means for humanity's understanding of life and death. Because if time can stop, then perhaps our assumptions are wrong.
Somewhere beneath the ice right now, there may be another creature lying perfectly preserved, eyes closed, body intact, waiting. Not alive, not dead, just paused. And as the planet warms, nature is slowly lifting the curtain. The question is no longer what will we find? The real question is, are we ready for what comes next? This is Science Uncovered, where the past isn't buried, it's waiting.